Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kemi Jisha and my YouTube channel's name is Kemi256. And on my YouTube channel, I do share with you my life experience working as a housemaid in Saudi Arabia. So for today's video, I'm sharing with you what it's like to work for 23 people in the Arab home. Yes, 23 people. So I've had this question from my friends who I tell that I do work for 23 people in a home, and they always ask me, how do I cope with those people? Because for them, like, they have 5 people in the home or 7 and they already have the headache and getting tired. So they always ask me, how do I manage to cope with these 23 people? So if you're new on my channel, you are very much welcome. And if you are my returning subscriber, thank you so much for the love. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider hitting this notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. So let me break for you down the family that I have. I have the father, who is the head of the family, and he happens to have 3 wives. They live in the same house. So the first wife has 7 kids. Then the second one has 5 kids. Then the third one has 7 kids. So the total of the kids are 19, like 19 children. The man has 19 children. So plus himself, making 20. Then the 3 wives, making 23. And still in this home, we do have grandkids who are like six of them, 2 boys and 4 girls. So this one, I don't normally count them because they somehow replace these ones who are married, most especially the boys, because these boys who are a bit married, they don't come home like every day. While some boys are still at home, they haven't yet married. So for the girls who are married, sometimes, most of the time, they spend it here where I work, at the parents' house. When the husband goes to work, maybe for those who have husbands that are deployed, who are in the army, they always come back here. They come with their kids. One has like 4, another one has like 3, another one like 4. So even the total exceeds like 23 in a month. So when it comes to laundry, washing of clothes, it takes me like 5 hours to wash in a day. That is if half of the people give me the clothes. It takes me like 5 hours to wash. But let's just assume if the entire house decides to give me clothes, I would take like the whole day washing clothes. Sometimes I take 7 hours, sometimes 8 hours, depending on the amount of clothes that I have. But in most cases, I do take 5 hours to wash the clothes because I always like wash half of the clothes. And I always wash 4 times in a week. 4 times in a week. So laundry, I won't say it gives me really hard time. Since I would use the washing machine, I don't think it gives me really hard time. But sometimes I'm always tired from cleaning, then laundry and ironing. When it comes to ironing, I don't iron a lot. I normally iron this abaya, maybe if my boss is going to school like tomorrow to teach, then these thobs for the boys if they're going to school, and the uniforms, since kids are already at school at the moment. Those are the only things that I really do iron. But these normal clothes that we dress at home, I don't usually iron them. Maybe if like we're having visitors and they don't want to see their clothes like being folded, that's when I iron. So for the laundry, I won't say it really breaks me very much. Maybe if the entire house decides to give me their clothes to wash, it will take me like a day. And thanks be to God, they don't like change clothes very much, because once in a week they bathe, so there are not lots of clothes. So when it comes to utensils like cups, spoons, everything, my dear, the ones that I wash in a day are the ones that we use for a full month at my father's house. We're only 5, my dad, my mom, and my 2 other brothers, and I myself. Only 5. The ones that I wash here in Saudi Arabia just for a day are the ones that my father's house uses for a month. I wash, sometimes I even spend like 4 hours without resting, washing just cups, plates, forks, and everything. And still I have to dry them, because they don't want that water drying inside of a glass, and they'll be like, what is this, what is this? If you know you have a boss who has a kajanja nganalufenya, they don't love that. So I have to dry them, put them into the cupboards like that, arrange them. But my dear, washing of utensils really gives me a hard time. And when it comes to a time that we have visitors, sometimes I do cry because I can spend like 8 hours on the sink standing. Then my legs start paining me, my knees start like giving the indicators, you know, like this of the cars, and I always stand there. But when we don't have visitors, I do spend like 3 hours on the sink. So really washing of plates and cups and everything, it gives me a hard time because there are very many people and everyone catches a different thing. Now that it's even summer, one catches like 5 glasses of water and you find them lining up on the table, and of course I have to wash them. So for the utensils, that one I'm very bad. Then when it comes to this summer, so guys, I don't have a room, and me not having a room, I don't have the AC. So my dear, I go in the window. When I go in the window to get some fresh air, it is always hot. So I sleep like in like a corner, but it does not have an AC. So these guys are really overpopulated. Like they're very overpopulated themselves. They sometimes sleep in the living rooms. There are not enough bedrooms here in the house. As you know, for the Saudi Arabians, they tend to have many living rooms and sitting rooms than bedrooms. While for us in Uganda, we do have lots of bedrooms than sitting rooms. That is something that I've noticed here in Saudi Arabia. Most of the homes can be having like 8 sitting rooms or 5, but have like 3 bedrooms. So that's the problem here. So guys, I don't have the AC because of the population of the house. I don't have where to sleep. Where is it going to come from? So this summer has not really been easy for me. And when it comes to their behavior, having very many people, they all have different characters. So I have like my favorite one in the entire house, that's the first lady. She really understands me like very, very well. So I just love her that she's understanding, even if I wake up without feeling well, and I'm like, you know, Mom, I always call her like Omi for the sake of respect. Like, Omi, I'm not feeling well. Can I go and sleep like 3 hours? She's always like, yeah, go. You have to rest because you work hard. So go and rest. My dear, there is the second wife. She'll start asking you, oh, you are sick? No. Hey, why are you sleeping? To rest. Then she'll start going down telling everyone. That one, she's about to graduate to the level of Nalfenya. That one, she's still in the class of supervisor. I always call her supervisor because she always checks on me on whatever I'm doing. Then there's my boss, the daughter to the first lady. She's also understanding. I also love her. She's my favorite. Then there's some other person who I also love, very respectful, even though I'm a housemaid. You know, when he comes, it's like, you know, how are you? I'm fine. When he's done with drinking, he brings the cups. He does not call me to pick them. So I also love that person. And some others, they give me headache. Then there are children who are so disrespectful, but I deal with them because I know, you know, one day I'll have to leave. So guys, working with a lot of people, you find them with different characters. So I'm used to them right now. Some are married, but some of them spend most of the time here at home. Like there's the one who comes like for 3 weeks with the child, then go back to the husband's house like for some 2 weeks, then come back, all those kinds of stuff. And she's like not married, but she's married, which is also something that I've not heard or seen in Uganda, because once you're married, there's no way you're going to tell your husband, you know, I'm going to see my mom and my dad, like after 2 weeks you go back like that, when you know that the distance is like for 7 hours. When it's to drive, it's really very difficult to convince a Ugandan husband to give you that right. So for the guys who have been asking me, how do I cope with the 23 people? This is how I do it. With the laundry, I'm not very bad, but when it comes to the cups, spoons, saucepans, guys, I'm really bad loaf. I can spend like 8 hours on the sink, then 3 hours for the drying. But you know, I get paid. That's why I love my job. So there's no I'm going to quit until the time I'm like, you know, I'm going. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You can also share it. You can also let me know your thoughts in the comment section. You can let me know the kind of people that you work for, or the amount of people that you work for, and the difficulties that they give you in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider hitting this notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. I love you so much. May God bless you. See you in the next video.